Hi, I am Dr. Emily. I'm going to share a short story with you. Before I begin, I'm going to show you the signs for 6 words. Coffee table. Think of grinding coffee and pretending to be a genie. The first time I had coffee was when I was about 16 years old. My mother wanted to drive our little Pontiac Firefly for 8 hours from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada to Columbus, Ohio, USA to attend a teacher's job fair. I must have blinked only once and saw a sign for Tweed in Ontario. Laptop. Shape your right hand like a C and perform a circular motion at the left elbow. This means computer. Next, imagine trying to hold a card and not letting your opponent see what is in your hand. Now we're talking about laptop. In the last 20 years, I owned 3 laptops. Today, I still have 2 of them. I had to give up one of them. I was unable to find a new light bulb for my first and oldest 20-year-old laptop. Family. Use the sign for F and place both hands close to the heart and draw a circle that is horizontal to the floor. F is different from D. F is always with the index finger and D is with the middle finger. Hello. Think of signing yes, sir, but with a smile. The last time I signed hello was when a stranger approached me in a mask last night. I had no idea what he was saying, so I signed and or goodbye. So there are 2 ways to say goodbye. First, you touch your chin and then the side of your forehead. Second is an open hand grip and flap the fingers up and down. Wave. I must have taught goodbye so often without realizing that I was doing it on the job. For example, teaching a client how to do a lateral pull down. Change. This is a tricky one. Change can be money or a transformation. If you want to talk about a change in terms of coins, create an imaginary coin with an index and thumb and place it at the palm of your other hand. If you want to talk about change in terms of transformation, think of trying to hold a baby or 2 baby chickens for the first time and changing their view. Before we move on to the story, let's quickly review the signs. Coffee, coffee table, laptop, family, hello, goodbye or goodbye, change or change. I grew up with one main objective, that is, to be a catalyst for change. I often found myself in a situation that called for a change tack or a different tack. It was not unusual for me to try different methods for dealing with a situation. There were many occasions that I chose to work on an assignment over spending time with friends and family. Naturally, it was more work for me to be social and participate in group conversations. I remember attending a baby shower, a celebration by Skype video a few years ago, only to discover that nothing really changed. I was living and working in Calgary, Alberta, and the party was held in Ottawa, Ontario. I was not able to attend in person because I could not afford to travel. The next best option was to participate by using electronic communications. I remember trying to make contact with my family on Skype, and the call must have only lasted no more than 5 minutes. Basically, it was just enough time to say hello and have my mother pass the laptop around. I believe I spoke to my grandmother the longest. She was in her 90s and the only one in the room with hearing aids. Anyway, the laptop eventually got put down on the coffee table and everybody went on about their business. I called out, "Mom, hello, hello, hello." She was busy hosting the event and no one could hear my tiny voice from laptop. I thought it was silly to be left on the coffee table. It was a waste of time. I spoke goodbye and I typed goodbye and hung up. A few hours later, I get a Skype text message from my mother. She apologized for leaving me and the laptop unattended. She explained to me that the computer screen froze and she thought I was still online waiting. Why stay online when no one responds? I grew up taking speech therapy and participating in public speaking competitions. I have always done video production related things. I hosted an exercise and sport performance show and co-produced a series of lifestyle and sports shows. I connected with family, friends, colleagues, clients, and patients through chiropractic, training, or productions. Since speaking, signing, and storytelling have been my core since the beginning, it made sense to continue with them as a TV show host. If I wanted to make a change, I had to learn to be the change. Well, here I am at Change Tech. Let's quickly review the signs again. Coffee table, laptop, hello, goodbye or goodbye, change or change. See you next time.